Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Virgo. If Virgo is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Let's see, what do we have going on here tonight in these tea leaves? All right, and our card is the Seven of Wands, which is related to valor. And this is all about meeting challenges, kind of with, well, being brave, heroic, standing your ground, resisting the influences of others, okay? And just kind of living your truth, right? Just being who you are. Following your convictions. Okay. And who better to do that than a Virgo, right? Just kind of are who we are. Although I will say, I think that Virgos usually are pretty open to learning and bettering ourselves. When we make a mistake, we try to do better. I really think that that is pretty true. Okay, so all right. So I see a person here holding, and it looks to me like a baby. And they have kind of, it looks like their hair kind of up, and I really, I'm looking at it. I like it. It looks like it's kind of wrapped in wild and beautiful. And so I feel that this has something, and it doesn't have to be a baby. It doesn't have to be your baby. But I think that it is something that you have created, that you care for. And I feel that you probably have somebody you've collaborated with or are co-parenting with, if it is, you know, a child or a fur baby. And oh, speaking of, hello, Pudgy. Come on, buddy. Say hello and let's get going. Come on, buddy. All the way down. Come on. I know you're so tired, buddy. You look very tired. All right, come on. Come down. Come on. The longer you wait here, the longer it's going to take me to go to bed. Come on. Oh, goodness. Oh, please. Oh, my goodness. There you go. I gotcha. Okay. All right. I can't hold you like a baby right now. I'm sorry. Okay, there you go. Go on. You go on, you little buddy. All right. Yes, go eat your food, and then we will reconvene soon. And I'm sorry about that. As if you've ever watched the channel before, you know we have the cats. If you've watched Dove and Serpent, I know that you probably hear them. They're always scratching at the door, trying to get into Paul's studio as well. I don't shut my door up here because they the door is like a sliding one, and they will like violently rock it and meow, meow, meow. And so anyways, okay, so we have this situation where, I don't know, it seems like there's some strain with somebody you have either created with, you have had a child with, you are, you know, part of the same family in some way, friends group, whatever it is. Okay, and we have a heart, okay, but there's kind of this hole here. And, you know, I feel like from your perspective, you are watching this person kind of make some poor decisions. I feel like they can probably be, you know, kind of defensive, you know. They can definitely lash out. They maybe, you know, have just kind of gotten really out there, or they're going through some hardships, and, you know, kind of from where you sit, it almost seems like it's a little self-inflicted. Now, you have common interests, so there has to be some amount of diplomacy, right? You have to get along to some degree. And I think that in the past, this has sometimes been kind of difficult for you. You know, I think that you have maybe vacillated between really keeping it real, saying what you feel, and, you know, giving them a, you know, piece of your mind and all of that, to really trying to play along with whatever just to keep the peace. You know, coddling, doing too many things to try to help, and it just really doesn't, you know, cause anything but more heartbreak for you and for the situation in general. And that's really where that chunk of the heart just falling away, right? And so I want to look at this one over here and see. We're going to turn it. And so here I see kind of like a person, and it looks like there's a smaller person kind of running into them. And I feel like this is just, I mean, it's just so difficult at times. I feel like this is somebody who can be kind of juvenile, probably has a lot of, I don't know, trauma maybe, you know, coping mechanisms that are not necessarily healthy. And I think that ultimately they're probably not a bad, you know, they're not a bad person. They're probably pretty lovely most of the time. They're probably really interesting and cool, and, you know, you enjoy them in some way. But these, like, kind of combative, like always on the run, just kind of can't seem to get it together. And no matter how much you do for them or have tried to help them, it's like it ends up always kind of being your fault in some way, right? I feel, and I almost feel like this is kind of like this other reading we did a couple weeks ago, where, you know, it's like there's like an amount, I don't know that it's jealousy, but there's resentment there for some reason, you know. And so I think that you, and this is where the Seven of Wands really comes in, is that I don't think you go out of your way to try to settle things or let them know what it is, and, you know, all this posturing and fighting and, you know, going back and forth. I also don't think that you cater to them either. I think it's just kind of like you stay disengaged most of the time. You are cordial. You know, you will, you respect them. Okay. I think that, you know, there's a lot of love, and, you know, I feel a sense of you, like, really praying for them a lot. You know, you really want them to get it together, to figure it out, to have a good life, because they deserve it. And this is, you know, family, or maybe somebody that you created life with, you know, and ultimately you want them to be happy. at least content, right? And so, I think that, you know, you just kind of keep your distance. You do your thing. You're nice, cordial, like I said. And I think ultimately, you know, and this is the more important thing, is you have everybody's best interests in mind. And especially if you have a kid or an adult child, or this is a family member of some configuration, you want everybody to be in a good position with each other. There doesn't need to be any kind of, you know, extra stress or ill will or any of these kinds of things. I don't think that you talk badly about them. I don't think you even think about, you know, like gossiping or whatever. I think you really do. When you get in bed at night and you think about the people of your life, the things that have transpired, the things that you hope for in the future, you really do think like, gosh, I really hope so-and-so, like, you know, is okay. And I hope that, you know, they figure it out and they flourish. Okay. But, you know, if you said this to them, it would maybe cause some kind of, you know, uproar, because, you know, oh, you think you're better than me, or, you know, whatever it is. Like, people that are in pain, they sometimes don't want to hear things like that because it's too much of a, you know, soft reality check. So, you know, I see a person kind of sitting here relaxing, and ultimately, you know, and we talk about this, I think I even talked about this in a Virgo reading. Maybe it was a Capricorn reading. I don't remember exactly. But the best thing that you can really do in life, I truly believe this, is we can't save anybody. We can't fix anybody's lives. We can lend our help and our service when we can, when it makes sense. You know, but ultimately living our life the best we can, you know, honoring our families, our communities, ourselves, you know, doing the interior work, being somebody that leads by example, right? Just being somebody that does their best, gets up in the whatever time of day you get up, you know, and you put your best foot forward. And when you're suffering and when things are not going well, you are who you are, right? I think, you know, that goes it really goes the longest way, ultimately. It's to show people that life can change. Things can get better. Sometimes, you know, things come up. We have problems. Sometimes we fall right off the edge. But we pick ourselves up and we try to do better. And so, you know, I think that you really are in this place in your life where you understand that. You really do. And not only is this helpful to this person who we're talking about, but I think, you know, there are probably other people in your lives who look to you for guidance. You're a Virgo. We're always right. No, but you're a Virgo, and we are very strong-willed people. We're pretty outward about how we like to do things. We're not afraid to share the things that we love, the things that we enjoy. I had to kind of laugh this weekend because I post a lot of things about, you know, my cooking or gardening or whatever. And somebody at one of our family event things kind of, I don't know what it was. It was just kind of a smart comment, you know, just like, oh, I bet you're going to go post that online kind of thing. And I thought, yeah, I am. Because you know what? I connect with a lot of people. And it's not because I'm like trying to flaunt what I do, because I barely know what I'm doing half the time. You know, I'm just muddling through this thing called life, just trying to figure it out. Most of the things I do, I have taught myself from just looking online, seeing other people just like myself, finding stuff that they love, posting pictures, talking about, you know, today I was reading about somebody who has squash bugs. I've never seen those, but now I know that they exist because somebody posted about them, you know? And so, you know, I think it's okay. And I think Virgos are just like that. We like to share, not because we're trying to lord over anybody, not because we're trying to, you know, live all of our lives online or anything like that. But we just are people who are compelled to be social in some way. It doesn't have to be, I'm not like a outwardly social person, but I like to connect with people passively. And that's okay. I think a lot of us are like that. And I think we need more of that, honestly. I love seeing stuff that... I cannot stand the cynical nature of people. I love seeing people's things that they love to do. I love seeing their crafts. I love seeing pictures of their flowers, their kids, their grandkids, their, you know, cars, you know, whatever it is, a rock they found. It gives me joy to see that somebody else is experiencing even a small little tiny moment of joy, wonder, excitement. So I don't know, that's just me. And I think that that's kind of a Virgo trait, because most Virgos I know are people who are teaching people, sharing the stuff they like to do. They're the people that, you know, often I have gone to learn things that, you know, maybe not in a academic setting, but just to get advice. And so, you know, I think that this right here, I see you. I see you just living your life, doing your thing. Showing people that it can be done, and it can be done well. It doesn't have to be all of this back and forth. So, I also want to look at this, and it looks like two people with their hands together. And I feel that there is a time of great peace coming. Okay, and I think this has to do with you just deciding to be who you are. Being a person of substance and quality. Not bending to the, you know, will or whims of others. And I think that, you know, it will lead to a period of everybody getting along. And that's a wonderful thing. That's, you know, we all hope for that, don't we? I mean, I do. Also, this one looks like a puppy up here. Let's see. It looks like it has little puppy ears. Oops. Maybe I lost it there. Ah, I can't get back in there. Come on, focus. There we go. So we have a little puppy right here. So maybe there is a puppy coming into your life. Maybe and this is up in that kind of emotional and spiritual zone. So maybe this is a puppy from before that is past, or maybe this is a puppy that is going to be finding you soon. Okay, this could also be, you know, a friendship, a great sense of loyalty, something coming into focus in your life. Maybe your friend really being there for you. Maybe a new friend, an old friend coming back around. Something like that. So look out for that situation. If it is that you are getting a puppy, or you've had a puppy that you still think about, I want to hear about it. Let me know in the comments. Tell me all about your little puppy and your dog, or you know, What were they? What were they like? I love hearing about that stuff. Okay, so we have a little heart, and then again we have a 3 here. So, I see a very spiritually whole zone you're in. That kind of trinity. In your heart is full of love and light, and a lot of stability there, confidence in your faith, in your grace. And this is shining outward. And I think that this is a big reason why there is a time of getting along and peace coming soon. Okay, because you're just living your truth. And part of your truth is that you are a person of spirit, of faith, of, you know, love. And just showing up for what you believe in. Okay, Virgo, I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm. And as we all know, the algorithm kind of rules everything on the internet. And so any kind of engagement really helps. If you share the video, if you watch the readings from the beginning to the end. If you have not subscribed, think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos come out. Aside from the, you know, if your Virgo is your solar placement, you can watch your other placements, your lunar, rising, Venus. I know people like to cross watch. You can go ahead and do that. If you don't know what that is, that's when you watch readings for your loved ones, your children, your spouses, you know, what have you. And other than that, if you want to leave a comment, I read all of them. I try to get back to them as soon as I can. Sometimes it takes me a day or two, but I do promise I read them all. And you know what? They keep me wanting to do these readings because some of you are so generous with your stories and, you know, how you resonate with these readings, and also just very loving and supportive, not only of myself, my husband over at Dove and Serpent Tarot, but also of one another. And that is quite moving to me, seeing you all uplift each other and have, you know, just very kind words. So I'm gonna thank you, thank you, thank you. I am headed to bed. Yay! Sunday night. I spent the whole day cooking and then cleaning and playing outside with our daughter and stuff. And oh my goodness, I am worn out. I'm excited that the night is over, but I am also so excited that I got to spend this time with you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will talk again real soon.